Welcome to the J-Man DVD vlog, here with today's movie reviews. The first one is Saving Mr. Banks with Tom Hanks and Emma Thompson. And if you haven't seen this movie, here's a quick rundown of it. Tom Hanks and Emma Thompson bring to life the untold true story about the origins of one of the most treasured Disney classics of all time. John Lee Hancock, The Blind Side, directs this acclaimed film, which reveals the surprising backstory behind the making of Mary Poppins. Determined to fulfill a promise to his daughters, Walt Disney, Hanks, tries for 20 years to obtain the rights to author P.L. Travis's beloved book. Armed with his iconic creative vision, Walt pulls out all the stops, but the uncompromising Travers won't budge. Only when he reaches into his own complicated childhood does Walt discover the truth about the ghosts that haunt Travers, and together they set Mary Poppins free. That was Saving Mr. Banks. Here's the disc. The next one is 12 Years a Slave with Chiwetel Ejiofor. If you haven't seen this movie, here's a quick rundown of it. From acclaimed director Steve McQueen comes this deeply evocative and brilliantly acted film, Clip USA Today, based on the true story of Solomon Northup. It is 1841 and Northup an accomplished free citizen of New York, is kidnapped and sold into slavery. Stripped of his identity and deprived of all dignity, Northup is ultimately purchased by ruthless plantation owner Edwin Epps, and must find the strength within to survive. Filled with powerful performances by an astonishing cast that includes Benedict Cumberbatch, Brad Pitt, and newcomer Lupita Nyong'o. 12 Years a Slave is both an unflinching account of slavery in American history and a celebration of the indomitable power of hope. That was 12 Years a Slave. Here's the disc. The next one is Jason Bateman's new movie. It's called Bad Words. This is his first film as a director. And you haven't seen it, here's a quick rundown of it. Jason Bateman, identity thief, makes his feature directorial debut with the subversive comedy Bad Words. He stars as Guy Thrillby, a 40-year-old who finds a loophole in the rules of the Golden Quill, National Spelling Bee, and decides to cause trouble by hijacking the competition. While reporter Jenny Wigeon attempts to discover his true motivation, Guy finds himself forged in an unlikely alliance with a competitor, awkward 10-year-old Chaitanya Chopra, who is completely unfazed by Guy's take-no-prisoners approach to life. That was Bad Words. Here's the disc. Next one is Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues. And if you haven't seen this words, it's a quick synopsis about it. The wait is over, America. Ron Burgundy is back, and funnier than ever. After losing his job to his wife and co-anchor, Ron reassembles the news team and squares off against a new rival. Will the world's greatest anchorman be crushed under the... The wait is over, America. Ron Burgundy is back, and funnier than ever. After losing his job to his wife and co-anchor, Ryan reassembles the news team and squares off against a new rival. Will the world's greatest anchorman be crushed beneath the weight of his own ego and his salon quality hair? Anything goes in the outrageous comedy that critics are calling one of the funniest movies of the year. That was Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues. This is the disc. I already showed you this one, so I'll just quickly show you the disc. I'm going to show you this one, so here's the disc. Here's the Wolf of Wall Street. Here's the disc. My next new one is Tom Hemingway, Jude Law, Richard E. Grant. If you haven't seen it, here's a quick synopsis. Jude Law plays Tom Hemingway, a larger-than-life safecracker with a loose fuse, who is funny, profane, and dangerous. After 12 years in prison, he sets off with his partner in crime, Dickie, Richard E. Grant, looking to collect what he's owed for keeping his mouth shut and protecting his boss, Mr. Fontaine, Damien Bichir. After a near-death experience, Tom tries to reconnect with his estranged daughter, but is soon drawn back into the only world he knows, looking to settle the ultimate debt. That was Tom Hemingway. Here's the disc. The next one is Anchorman. If you haven't seen it, here's a quick rundown of it. In his heartwarming comedy, underachiever David Wozniak, Vince Vaughn, learns he's actually an In his heartwarming comedy, underachiever David Wozniak, Vince Vaughn, learns he's actually an overachiever. He's fathered 533 children via donations made 20 years earlier. David soon discovers that the shock of his life might just be the best thing that's ever happened to him. Along the way, he discovers not only his true self, but also the father he could become. Also starring Chris Pratt and Colby Smulders, and complete with bonus materials, it's a feel-good movie that really delivers. That was Delivery Man. Here's the disc. I really showed you Veronica Mars is the disc. I really showed you this one, so here's the disc. I really showed you Mental. Here's the disc. Here's another new one. It's called Authors Anonymous, with Kaylee Cuoco from The Big Bang Theory, Chris Klein from American Pie Reunion, Dennis Rodina from That Old Feeling, Terry Polo from the Meet the Parents movies. And if you haven't seen it, here's a quick synopsis. After a dysfunctional group of unpublished writers with the motto "All for One," accept Hannah Rinaldi into their fold, the last thing they expect is her overnight success. But that's exactly what they get. While her career takes off, her eccentric and envious colleagues struggle to find their own paths to publishing fame and fortune. Tensions rise, rivalries form, and hearts are broken. Rejection turns to desperation. Good thing they're only armed with pens. That was an Authors Anonymous. Here's the disc. The next one is I, Frankenstein, about Frankenstein. Here's a synopsis. 200 years after 200 years after his shocking creation, Dr. Frankenstein's creature, Adam, still walks the earth. But when he finds himself in the middle of a war over the fate of humanity, Adam discovers he holds the key that could destroy humankind. From the co-writer of the hit supernatural saga Underworld comes the action thriller I, Frankenstein, written for the screen and directed by. That was I, Frankenstein. Here's the disc. Here's the internship. Las Vegas. Lone Survivor. Here's the disc. Nice about Aston. The way back. The right kind of wrong. Endless love. Thor. Bond. And We're the Millers. And that's all my movies for today. I'm the J-Man. I'm the J-Man wishing you a happy Easter. Bye!